is because it's not getting better. We've all seen this pattern where spending has gone up and up and up. I said to the Premier directly, it's not that you haven't tried investing in autism, it's that you've been throwing the money into the regional programs where they pocket at least half of it for themselves and then send whatever little breadcrumbs they have left to the direct funding option. And that's not okay. We know that there are people that are getting very rich off of autism, but it sure as heck isn't us. It sure as heck isn't our families, and it sure isn't the teachers or the EAs who work tirelessly with our children. The latest announcement about the current change to the program, I think, was the last straw. It's what broke your backs, isn't it? It's why you're here today. Because, as I've said many times, the government has awakened a really dangerous group. A bunch of exhausted, desperate, and angry parents that are very dangerous precisely because of the situation that you find yourselves in. You have nothing to lose. I love that horn, thank you. But I want to talk about why, for me, as somebody that's been in this fight for over a decade, why this fight feels different. Number one, absolutely the power of social media. P.S. Hashtag autism doesn't end at 5 is now trending. Please keep it going.
Number 7.
Okay? Take a picture of the crowd here and tweet it right now. It's okay, you can stop listening to me. I'll keep talking, but you can tweet, it's fine. I also think what's different this time is that you as parents are more engaged. You are the generation of parents that we've been waiting for. Oh my God, so many. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. I also want to call out and thank the ABA professionals that are standing by our side, the board-certified behavior analysts, the courageous group of 9, the private IBI providers. Having you with us this fight is an incredible feeling of empowerment. We have labor unions on our side. How incredible was it today to hear from the OFL and OPSU and OSSTF and CUPE and oh my gosh. The other thing I think that's helping is that we've had a lot of practice. So we're getting pretty good at this. And the reason that it's working really is because of you, the friends and families of people with autism. You're amazing. I'm inspired and overwhelmed by you every day. The meetings that you've had with your MPPs, your letters, your petitions, your emails, your tweets have had an extraordinary impact. As my husband likes to say, politicians see the light when they feel the heat. And all I can add is, boy, do you guys ever know how to turn up the heat? So now I get to share some good news for you that some of you might not yet be aware of. Yesterday afternoon, members of the OAC, along with our friends at the Alliance Against the Ontario Autism Program and our great ally, Dr. James Porter, met face-to-face with Minister McCharles. We also have a meeting scheduled with the Premier for later this month. Thanks to your hard work, we've opened a dialogue. They're listening. However, at this point, I don't want to call anything off. All this is at this point is the beginning of a conversation. We were listened to, nice words were said, but no promises were made. And that's to be expected, of course. We're certainly happy that these first meetings have taken place, but we'll wait for concrete action before we say it's time to celebrate anything. In the meantime, we have to keep up the pressure. We can't let up, not even for a minute. We have more direct actions planned in the weeks ahead, and we are determined to keep this story in the news and in the government's face. We will not stop until every child who needs IBI gets it. But I want to go one step further, because actually, even when that day comes, and I believe in my heart that it will, we won't stop then either, because you know what's next? We'll advocate on issues related to special education in the school system. And then we're going to talk about the need for better supports for adults on the spectrum. And then we'll talk about employment issues. And then we'll partner with our allies in the broader disability community to talk about the things that we have in common. And we'll advocate on those issues too. We are in this for the long haul, and we're getting closer to victory. I teach civics and law for a living. My students know that one of my civic heroes is the great Mahatma Gandhi. And this is what he said. He said, first, they ignore you. Then, they laugh at you. Then, they fight you. And then, you win. And we're fighting now. We're in that fight phase. But that means we're just one step away from victory, and I can't think of a better group of warriors to be fighting with. I am so honored to work with you, and I can't thank you enough for everything. You're the best.